We are group number 1 and would like to welcome you on our presentation about the analysis of the external factors of the luxury leather goods industry. We are going to analyze the external environment by using the PESTEL framework, the industry by using Porter's 5 forces. We are going to describe the competitive situation, and at the end we will come up with 5 opportunities and threats. Enjoy!
Business environment. First, we want to give a clear picture of the microenvironment, and to do this, we're going to do a PESTEL framework, which means the political, economic, social, technology, legal, and environment factors which will influence the industry. We are going to only focus on the economical, social, and environmental factors because they are the key drivers for the luxury leather good industry. For the economical part, growing GDP, growing industry, and a bigger revenue. And people are starting to get out of the financial crisis, which actually have had an influence on the luxury industry, which normally it wouldn't. But now where people are starting to get out, they will get getting wealthier and will spend more money, which will have a positive effect on the luxury industry.
About the social culture part, we identified 4 important points. First one is that the population is growing, so the wealthy part of the society is also increasing, so much more people afford to buy these products. The second part is that the tourism became grower in the last 2 decades, and much more people coming to Europe to buy these products. The third part is the psychological one, where the people think that these products are made them so proud for them to wear it and use it. And the fourth part is that do we have enough artisans who are able to do this high quality product?
For the environmental factors, the European Union, they come with some directive. I think the members and the industry, they should follow, like how to take care of the animals and so on. And now we will continue over to the curves about the demand.
In this part we want to show how the supply and the demand is changing. In the first chart you can see that that's a normal supply and demand cross. And this point, this is the optimum when we have the right price with the right quantity and we have profit from it, and that's also meet the demand of the customers. In the second chart you can see what's happening if the demand is changing. That can happen if the wealthy population is increasing. We can also meet in an optimum point because the demand curve is moving right up. But we have to take care, because if we put the price so high, so we are not meeting with the optimum point, maybe there will be not enough people who want to buy it and who want to pay enough money for it. And that's all. The next one is I want to show what's happening if the supply is changing. That can happen if we are lack of resources, so we will have a very rare product, so the quantity will be really small and the price will be extremely high. We have to also take care in this part, because if we put so high price and we are not meeting it the optimum, maybe we will have no profit in this case. And also it has the threat that maybe the customers will go to other luxury goods competitors. The last chart we want to show it how it looks like in the simple leather goods industry and what's happening in the luxury leather goods industry. They want to make mass production just in the optimum and high price, a smaller quantity. That's characteristic. This is the characteristic of this industry.
For achieving all those things, companies should heavily invest into advertising and promotion, together with managing large number of prestigious boutiques. If the companies want to have a uniquely designed products with value to their customers, they should control the supplying, manufacturing and distribution processes. What powerful companies like Louis Vuitton do is to use their brand image to restrict the bargaining power of the suppliers. And the last barrier that new companies may face will be the potential retaliation from the companies that are already into that business. It is very much possible to feel the pressure for them in order to prevent them accessing the customers.
The basic raw material used in luxury leather goods industry is the leather, and based on the case we know that only leather used for high-end products is sourced from Northern Europe because it's less damaged by the insect. This might give relative power to the supplier since he is aware of the value of his product. However, we assume that the supplier appreciates to be linked with the luxury brands such as Prada or Louis Vuitton, and therefore he wouldn't come up with some ridiculous conditions. Leather for the rest of the products is sourced from other leather producers who find it a pleasure to be a supplier for these well-known brands who are very selective in choosing their supplying company. And because main part of the production of those companies is done in-house, they need only a few more suppliers to get external parts such as clips and zippers, and therefore, in our opinion, the power of suppliers is from low to moderate. Looking at the luxury leather goods industry, we might take bags as an example. Talking about prices, they are on scale from $150 for Denne in New York to $100,000 for Louis Vuitton high-end handbags. But we can claim they are all competing in the luxury leather bags industry. Then there we have everything else that is fulfilling the function of carrying things. The handbags made from textile, denim, canvas, sport bags, backpacks, or even plastic bags, and all of those can substitute easily the luxury leather bags by providing the same basic function. Even when it comes to the quality, materials nowadays are developed on a level that can easily compete with the leather. So what it is that makes people pay sometimes a ridiculous amount of money for a bag? It's actually the meaning which those luxury leather goods and bags provide. It's the taste of luxury, uniqueness and wealth, the feeling of belonging to a special part of people, and this is something that cannot be substituted easily. Therefore, in our opinion, the threat of substitution is very low.
The intensity of rivalry is high, especially on the European market. The leather bag companies offer more or less homogeneous product, which are leather bags. These companies differ themselves in terms of design and service they offer in their stores. The slow industry growth turns competition into market share game, with firms seeking for an expansion and acquisition. We know there are three main conglomerates in luxury goods industry, which are Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, Richemont and Kering. This makes market form an oligopolistic. Analysis and case we studied, we found out that Louis Vuitton is a market leader in luxury leather bags industry. We can see on the graph that Louis Vuitton's revenues, the annual revenue for year 2011, is double as much as for its main competitors, as you can see, Gucci, Prada and Hermes. Another characteristics of the fact that Louis Vuitton is a market leader is the fact that Louis Vuitton is the only company, the brand in this industry, that operates in all three customer segments, as we already mentioned, the absolute, aspirational and accessible. In this industry, it is important for each company and for each brand to gain its own identity and to attract its customers constantly with something new and innovative, with new designs and new approaches for the services, for example. Therefore, we didn't identify any of market followers, just market challengers, as for example, we already mentioned as competitors, Gucci, Prada, Hermes, and for example, Chanel.
We are after the PESTLE, the 5 forces and the competitors analysis, so we would like to introduce our findings, the 5 opportunities and the 5 threats.
And now for the opportunities, we have implementation of electromobiles, mission of the leftovers letter, bias generation shift, vertical acquisition, digital distribution channels.
And the threats, horizontal acquisition, high-skilled labor force demand, fake products, eco-friendly movement and public's opinion on leather tanning industry, and the mature and saturated market.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this presentation and thank you for your attention.
Bye-bye!
Bye!